How's it going, everyone? This is Cloud Chief, and in today's video I am doing a follow-up to the trust that they added for Final Fantasy XIV. So one thing that I found out was after you complete the Shadowbringer main story, it actually levels your trust down to 70. Why SC decided to do something like that is beyond me, because why are you going to take it so that way they're leveled up the whole time, and then as soon as you beat the main story, they go ahead and level them down? That doesn't make any sense and actually seems quite irritating to me, but it is what it is. So that means after you've beaten the main story, you will only have access to the first dungeon in Shadowbringer. And that was one of the best parts about this, was you didn't have to level them up compared to Grand Company, where you did have to level up your trust for that. So the fact that they level them down and then you have to level them up is just a huge disappointment in my opinion. Also, when you're using the trust system, you are locked into using a tank, healer, and 2 DPS, which means that you need to level an additional trust separately if you're going to start switching class types, which can just be a huge pain since you basically need to do it twice. They did just recently buff Trust XP in dungeons, so that will make them level faster, so that is one improvement that is welcome. Hopefully in the future they will add this trust system to other content and it won't just be the Shadowbringer dungeons. So if you haven't finished the Shadowbringer main story and you're really enjoying the trust system, you might arguably think about not finishing up the story, and you can just do that by not going back and talking to the Taru in the Rising Stones. You can do the rest of the quest and basically see the conclusion of all the story and still retain them being leveled by not going back and finishing up by talking to the Taru in the Rising Stones. Before the update, trust leveled up quite slowly to the fact that you needed to be simultaneously basically leveling 2 to 3 jobs just for trust to try and keep up. Since the update, you can just level them up with one job and they won't fall behind. They will actually keep up with you as you're leveling. Although, since you will need to alternate for roles, you will have to go through and do it again with another trust, so that way you can have a full team for any job when you go through in the future. So if you really like to level solo, or you don't want to wait for a queue, or if you know you want to go do a dungeon but you're going to have to AFK partly the way through, then the trust system is very nice and it's very welcome. So I definitely think this is a good addition, as I like having more options as opposed to less options. So it just gives you a little more flexibility on how you want to do things depending on your situation. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of it. And as always, may you have success in all you do.